Today I'll be sharing the Nigerian recipe for jollof rice. Now jollof rice is not indigenous to only Nigeria. It's a dish that's actually served in several African countries. This is how I make it. There are other ways of making it out there, but this one has passed the taste test. My husband and my children really like it, and I've had friends special request this jollof rice. Now I'm going to share with you the recipe. I usually use 3 cups of rice. My rice is already cooked in my rice cooker. You will need half a habanero pepper. I usually use only half because these peppers are really spicy. I also use 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, 1 whole onion, a quarter of the onion I slice up, and then 1 whole red bell pepper. You'll need canola oil, half a cup, bouillon, chicken bouillon or vegetable bouillon, whatever you prefer. I also use this seasoning. It's called Goya Perfect Seasoning. I usually pick it up at Walmart. Larry seasoned salt. You just season to taste, however you prefer it. And then I also prefer to use these whole peeled canned tomatoes, which I also pick up at Walmart, but I'm sure you can get it at Kroger's or any of the other stores. I'm also going to be using a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. So now the first thing I have to do is blend all these ingredients. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my blender. So the first thing I'm going to do is pour in the tomatoes. I think each can usually contains about 6 tomatoes, maybe 7. I'm not sure, I haven't really counted them. I think I'll do that now. Hey, not bad, good guess. And then I'm going to put in the bell pepper. And the onions. I am going to leave the sliced onions for now because I'm going to use it in a little bit. I'm going to put in 1 bouillon. Now I'm going to blend this for about 30 seconds. Now while I'm blending this, I'm going to go ahead and heat up the oil. I already have half a cup of oil in this pot. This recipe, it appears harder than it actually is. It's really easy peasy. If you follow these steps, it'll be a piece of cake. So now what I'm going to do is put in a heaping tablespoon of this tomato paste in the pot. And now I'm going to use, oh, you know what I forgot to put into my blender? I did not put in the habanero pepper and the garlic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that right now. Half a habanero pepper, and this is about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Because every single ingredient gives it a unique flavor. Now I'm going to put in the sliced onions. Now bear in mind, I already have half a cup of oil in here, so we have to be careful about splatter. Now I'm going to begin stirring and sauteing the contents of the pot. Now, as a rule of thumb, in an effort not to get too much of the splatter on me, I tend to hold the cover of the pot like this while I stir. At this point, it's not particularly hot yet, but when it does get hot, the oil will begin to splatter. I'll go ahead and transfer it to the burner in the back because that one is more powerful, and I'll probably blend this a little bit more. I think that's fine. I continue stirring. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour the sauce in there. Now, as I said earlier, you want to make sure that you continue stirring this, because if you leave it for too long, it might burn, and you don't want to do that. Now, this process of cooking the sauce can take anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, and you have to make sure that you're stirring it consistently. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the seasoning. I'm going to use a little bit of the Goya Perfect Seasoning. And a little bit of the Larry seasoned salt. You season to your taste and preference. I try not to use too much salt. And as I indicated earlier, because of the splatter, it's always a good idea to just put the lid over the pot so it catches a lot of the splatter. I'm going to go ahead and add another bouillon. Needless to say, it takes about 35 minutes for the sauce to be completely ready. And I didn't want you to have to suffer through watching for 35 minutes while I consistently stirred the pot. So I went ahead and added another half a cup of canola oil to the sauce. In the beginning, I had added half a cup, I would suggest that you just go ahead and start off with a whole cup as opposed to half a cup. Now that the sauce is ready, I wish there was a way I could show you what it should look like. I'm going to try to do that. And like I said, it's been cooking for 35 minutes. And here is what it looks like. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. No? Okay. But anyways, just know that you want it cooking for 35 minutes and you want to make sure that you are consistently stirring it so it does not burn. And it looks something like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and transfer the rice into the pot and then begin to mix it. And I'm going to make sure that the rice is evenly coated in the sauce. I can go ahead and just reduce this temperature now and probably stir it again. I'm going to go ahead and transfer the rice over here. And then because I'm such a tall lady, well actually I'm quite vertically challenged, I'm going to go ahead and step up on a step stool to go ahead and do this part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to transfer the rice into the pot and like I said, stir it so that the sauce evenly coats the rice. And as I indicated, I have 3 cups of rice cooked here. Now I think I probably should move my stool to the side so you're actually able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to begin by stirring the rice into the sauce and making sure I still have more rice in here. Making sure it's evenly coated. This looks great, and I'm sure it tastes great. So here is the finished product, Nigerian jollof rice. As I indicated in the beginning of the vlog, jollof rice is not just indigenous to Nigeria. Other African countries cook it as well. Case in point, Ghana. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste test. It is delicious. Now, if you like this video, please click like, and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Blessings and shalom.